Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV for Sunday, the 24th of March, 2013. How y'all doing, everybody? Last night I was kind of getting ready for bed, and I'm just tasting this weird taste in my mouth. Like, what the hell is that? And I couldn't. It was like driving me nuts. And then I suddenly realized, I went out with a friend to Santini's, a nice little restaurante here in Reston, and it's a nice little New York deli kind of place. And I had the chicken gyro, and it had this real creamy sauce, good creamy cucumber sauce. And I realized that parts of the creamy cucumber sauce, I guess, had gotten into my beard, and was fermenting or something, like 8 or 9 hours after I ate it, and getting this like, oh. So I had to get up and really get the hot water out and scrub the beard. But it's funny when I can do that. I'll go, I had chicken noodle soup yesterday. So anyhow, what are we listening to today? Let's see. We're saluting HD Radio this week, and we're listening to Ed Walker's The Big Broadcast. Ooh, there you go. There it is. See it right there on WAMU's HD3 today, I believe it is. On Intersection. I don't know if they still call it that or what. Big Broadcast, which is on Sunday nights, but they also run it, I guess, on Sunday mornings on the Intersection channel. Very cool there. But let's see, one of my favorite, of course, let's see if we got to go, wow. This little radio here, it's going to take about 16 years to go up to 103. Let's see what Area 575 is playing. Let's see if I can get it first of all. Da 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 da. Okay, there's Area 575 on PGC. I like them too. And the Gamut up there on 103.5's HD3. The Gamut wasn't on yesterday on 8:20 a.m. because they were running baseball and a lot of talk. But anyhow, you can't see it, can you there? It's hard to see. If you look right there. Yeah, the glare from the outside, whatever. But I got a pair of camo pants I got sitting out on the chair there. There you can maybe see them. I don't know. How do I get the light? I don't know. I can't get the camera any closer to that. Pair of camo pants out on the back deck there. I ordered them on eBay. Really mothball-y smelling, though. Washed them twice. They still smell. So, I don't know. I aired them out on the back deck, and they actually smell a little less like mothballs today. So maybe a week of doing that will get rid of it. I don't know. But I got a nice thing in the mail yesterday from one of my regular donator people, who I will mention later. He's a really good guy. He got a little mad at me because I made a comment about something he had donated before, and I think he took it wrong. And then he sent me an email, and then I didn't respond, and the email got lost in my junk mail filter and file. And so, he kind of sent me this letter saying, "Hey, Dave, I was really hurt by all that." Believe me, I really appreciate what he was sending me, and I didn't not respond because I was mad at him. I just didn't see his email. That's the problem. A lot of people will send me stuff, and I've got 3 different email accounts, and sometimes stuff gets lost. It really does. One of my problems, I guess, is it's hard to talk while that's going on. It's good music though. It's one of the things it's hard sometimes because I got 3 different email accounts, and I get a lot of email, and once in a while something just gets sent. And I should do that on a regular basis, is check the junk mail files, because legitimate stuff often gets sent there, and I just miss it. But he sent me this thing. It's from the Auction and Antiques and Auction News. I guess it's one of those freebies you find in little those little homey stores and stuff. A radio rainbow in fantastic plastic. So look at these cool old radios. Isn't this wonderful? I mean, I have a book, actually, of cool old radios. I'll have to get that out and show you one of these days. But I really think these are so cool. Look at these old things. So they make them in a thing called Bakelite, right? That was kind of like a pre-plastic from like the 1920s and stuff. But when they came out with that kind of plasticky material, they suddenly realized, they can make stuff really looking cool in cool colors and all these cool old radios. And I'm sure these are worth a pretty penny. Oh, yeah, look at these. Some of these radios go for, mid-$100s. I would imagine they'd go for more than that, to be honest with you, if they were in good condition, and if they were. Some of these are $200. Philco 48 320 Flying Wedge. Really cool stuff here. I've always thought of collecting some old radios, and I do have some old radios, a few that I got through the family basically, or when I was a kid. And I just say, and I do go on eBay now and then and go, wouldn't it be cool to, collect some of those? And I thought, I don't know, just more junk to around the place. I was digging this up the other day. Remember the old Winx Radio. This is from, I don't know, this must have been from the 60s. Winx personalities bring you more. And look who was working there. Bob Edson, Al Soper, Soper, Bobby D, Mark Lee. Remember Jay Beatty? Wasn't he the guy that was over at the old WOHN in Herndon, 1440? I think he was. Where's Jay? Ray Price and Tom Lake weekends. 24 hours a day, 1600 on your dial. Winx on the Mutual Network. And what is Winx now? What is it? The Spanish station, right? 1600 is Espanol. But this is a cool station. A lot of cool people. A lot of cool Washington DJs. Washington area DJs. In fact, you were a DJ in the 60s, it was almost certain that you probably worked at Winx. There was Winx, and you had Winx on 1600, you had Weem on 1390, and Wheel on 1310. You had the old WOHN in Herndon on 1440. And of course PGC on 95.5 and 1580. And later the WRC on 980, which was top 40 for a little while there. You had 1260 WWDC. But that was more middle of the road, I guess, back in the 60s. But anyhow, you look at any DJ pushing 50, 60 years old these days, and, they have a long resume in the Washington area of, I worked at Winx for a couple of years, and then I was over at Wheel, and I was over at Weem, and then I was over. So a lot of cool people went through those stations. Okay, so it's the weekend, and we're going to look at some what some of the TV bloggers are doing, the local media bloggers. Not a lot for David Zurawik there on TV. He did a post on Jake Tapper on the 15th, and then the next post was on the 22nd. So I guess he was taking vacation. I guess he was probably wherever Baltimore Sun people go for vacation. I just love how all these people write about HBO shows. They gotta get free HBO. They just gotta. Zurawik, I think about more than half the stuff he reviews is HBO stuff. But it's like, well, I gotta keep my free, or they must send him the free discs or whatever. But I don't get HBO. I don't feel like paying the $15 a month for it, and. Send me some discs of some of that stuff, and I'll review it. Send me the Phil Spector thing, and I'll review it. Send me a free. Veep is out on DVD this week, I hear. I only caught a couple episodes of that on the free previews last fall, and I did like it a lot. Julia Louis-Dreyfus was pretty cool in that, so maybe I will go splurge on that if I can find it at a relatively cheap price this week. Erik Wemple, what's Erik doing these days? Not a lot for Erik this week. For a Washington Post blog, you're getting 14 comments, 12 comments, 43 comments, 2 comments. If you can't even hit 100 comments on a blog posting on the Post, is that even a success? There's a few, Ed Schultz signing off. You got a few on that. CNN rape trial coverage. Okay, you got 100. I don't know. Is it really worth it? Did the Daily Caller pay to frame Menendez? 51 comments. Tucker Carlson. I don't know, man. Did Tucker Carlson's Daily Caller pay? You wonder when you get these righty blogs that are getting too entrenched in politics. That's the thing. I think one of the problems that WMAL has, they're not a righty blog, but they're a righty radio station. They're too much entrenched in it. They need to step back sometimes and say, look, it's fine to be a conservative radio station and have conservative opinions and all that, but we can't get too linked into politics. You almost get the impression that WMAL they're too friendly to some of these politicians like Cuccinelli and stuff like that, who's running for Virginia governor on the Republican side. They're too close, and then they come across super partisan, and they look I don't know. Again, if somebody from WMA were to hire me to be a consultant, I would get them on the right track. But I could go on and on and on and on and on about what I think is wrong with that station. Fishbowl DC, anything, another. Oh, no Joe Curl links for Drudge on Fishbowl DC this week. So I guess it was a pretty wasted week. Just a bunch of little, like, memorabilia. Oh, let's do something on the glasses that MSNBCers wear. One comment. Oh. And they just, suspicious package at some CQ, what is it? Somebody's eBay package got misdelivered. And, no, let's write up about that. And some blogger who nobody reads. What's he do? Oh, Paronimus. Who's it? Paronimus. It's probably Betsy, right? Nobody's reading that stuff. No comments, one tweet, nobody sharing it. One thing about Paronimus is nobody cares. It's sad. Okay, they did have wedding bells for a Daily Caller couple. That got 2 comments. So, hey, that's their big story of the week. Oh, and another one. Somebody else is having a baby. So, the big news there. It's just, it's sad, it's lonely, a mediocre bistro. You kind of wonder what they're doing over there. They got some good blogs, and they got some yucky blogs, but none of them seem to be really taking off. But what the hell? All right, folks, that's Dave TV for this Sunday, the 24th of March. Will it ever warm up? Will spring ever come? We'll have a week of spring, and then it will be 105 degrees. We'll have a week of spring, the second week of April, okay? And then the third week of April will be 105 degrees. What do you bet? That's what the Capital Weather Hype Gang told me. Thanks for watching Dave TV. Have a real happy